Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over my 2023 KDP income. Since my channel's new, I wanted to first go over my December 2022 orders and royalties, just as a comparison to my December 2023. So the first thing we'll look at is orders, or number of books that I sold during the month of December 2022 was 117. I don't know if it's just me, but I've noticed that the first of the month, every month, is my sales kind of drop off. I'll either have one or no sales for the first couple of days, and then it starts selling again. It's almost like a reset, because I'll be selling really well towards the end of the previous month, and then as soon as the first hits, everything just kind of drops off. So I don't know if that's a KDP thing or just something I'm experiencing. Okay, so that's the review for the book orders. Now we'll take a look at the royalties. So now we'll take a look at the December of 2022 royalties. I made $284.67 that month. I started publishing in October of 2021, so this was just over a year after publishing my first book. That was the best month that I had had up to that point. Taking a look at December 2023, my book sales were 322. I sold 3 books on the first of the month. And then once again, the middle of the month is when I had the highest sales, and that was 24 books was my highest day on the 14th. Then it continued to sell well right before Christmas. It fell off, which has been the pattern for the last couple of years. My royalties for December of 2023 were $764.42. This was my best month of 2023. Like I said, with the book sales, I started off slow, and then as we moved to the middle of the month is when I had my highest sales, and it kind of falls off towards Christmas Day, and then after just selling a few copies up to the end of the year. But overall, I was pretty happy with my numbers for December. Looking at my total sales for 2023, I sold 977 books. This is my best year so far. I started publishing again in October 2021, so just over 2 years. And looking at my total royalties for 2023 were $2,213.32. The December really helped with that. In November of 2023, I made about $308. And then for the rest of the year, it ranged anywhere from about $88 all the way up to $150, $160 per month. So definitely saw an increase. It was kind of all over the place in 2022. And I started in October of 2021, so took just over a year to start to make that regular income and see close to 100 per month every month. And then fourth quarter, having everything, all my books published up to that point, you can really see that the majority of the sales come in during October to December. So I wanted to talk about the lessons that I've learned over this past year with publishing. I think I'm always learning, no matter how long you do this. You're just constantly adding things to your toolkit. This year, though, I was really trying to figure out what it was that was working, instead of just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping for the best. I definitely have heard all the advice about niching down and how important that is, but the books that sold the best were the ones where I feel I really captured the right niche and marketed my books towards that. I didn't do a lot of advertising, but my metadata, my book cover, everything lined up I was in the right categories, and those books sold. So I want to take that into 2024, is really focusing on having a specific book that's attractive for the right audience, and lining up all of those things, just getting better and better at, nailing down the niche and what it takes, what that customer is ultimately looking for. I think just perfecting that will make a big difference. So the next lesson was just simply to publish more. Where some of my top sellers are books that I've published anywhere from 2021 to early 2023. Every book sell matters and counts towards these totals, and I published a lot more in 2023, so I did pick up some sales. I also picked up sales from books that I had published that had never sold a copy until this year. So I think that's important to remember too, is, make your books, try to nail down the niche, the cover, learn everything you can about how to market, even if you're not paying for advertising, just to do your best to get it in front of the right audience, and then have your books out there. Eventually the right audience will find, and once they start selling. I had one of my journals actually had never sold a copy, and once I made that first sell, and it was in fourth quarter, November, I think I sold one, and then I sold a couple more in December. That journal had been out for over a year, and it finally found the right person and sold a few copies then. So I think it's important to just have more products out there. Quality matters, of course, but you're going to give yourself more opportunity to make an income if you have more product available. It just makes sense, and I definitely saw the results of that this year. And the last thing that I'm really going to take into 2024 is taking a look at the bigger picture as far as when things were selling and when I would have the most opportunity to recover any cost I had towards my books. This year, though, really paying attention to fourth quarter, I want to take into 2024 that I'm going to focus on fourth quarter. You can do the holiday books, and I'll publish throughout the year, but I really want to capture that fourth quarter audience and sales. So I'm going to focus a lot of the work in the earlier part of the year to sell during fourth quarter. And that doesn't mean I won't put up the books earlier, but the majority of my focus and effort will be working towards what I have ready for fourth quarter. And the last thing I'll mention here is something that I've definitely learned over the course of the last couple of years that may be encouraging to you, is that success takes time. I didn't see sales or big numbers when I published in 2021. I definitely didn't see anything, although I did sell a few copies and was completely happy about that. It's definitely not all about the sales or the money that you make from it. It's exciting that anyone's interested in the books that you put out. But if you're looking to make this a full-time, replace the day job like I am, the money is important in that respect. So 2022 was, of course, bigger than 2021. And then 2023 really just showed me that if you do the work, eventually you're going to figure it out. You'll put your books and learn to put your books in front of the right audience. I continued to learn and study, and YouTube's a classroom full of authors that will share their secrets with you. I really consume a lot of that content and just kept polishing my books until I got there. So in 2023, I definitely saw the results that I had put in for the previous year. I just want to keep that in mind going into 2024, that, the work that I'm putting in might not show right away, But down the line, as long as I put out more books and continue to get better at my metadata and choosing the category and keywords and, making book covers that appeal to the readers, then I will eventually see the results. I think it's easy. You get excited. You've put in a lot of work. You want to see results right away, but this is the long game, definitely a marathon, not a sprint. Okay, everyone, and that's all I have for the 2023 KDP income report. This is the first one for my channel. I'm excited to get this up. I know it's a little bit late into January, but I wanted to get it up. This is the first that'll be on my channel, and I'll be posting these each month and updating you on how it goes this year. I'm excited to see if I at least match 2023, and if I can do a little bit better, that'll be great. And I'm also excited about starting the YouTube journey. I hope you'll subscribe and come along. Thanks for watching.